Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to welcome to the catch up. I'm still half asleep. How is everyone? Hi, Silver. Hello, my darling. Um, oh, I just got up and it's very early. Oh, I was having a little stretch. Let's see who we have on with us today. Let me see. Silver, I was just trying to catch up, like get some screens up so we can share. Oh, let me just quickly. I'm so, hello, Michelle. Hello, welcome to Tarot C. It's our catch up. It's Sunday here in Australia, but it's Saturday everywhere else. So it's a Saturday Sunday catch up. And today I thought I just wanted to well, the starting point I suppose will be, actually what the starting point should be is I just noticed there was a couple of other pictures on the on as ever, which I haven't seen yet. I just put the screen up on, like got the page up, but I hadn't actually looked at it. So we'll probably have a look at that together. What do you think? Um, there's something interesting. I'm just I'm so glad that she's put these pages together because I've got to get comfortable in my seat. It's because there's so much locked away in these photos that if she hadn't, no, we wouldn't really have much to talk about. But because she does, and see, okay, let's have a look at this because I haven't seen this. What's this supposed to be? So this is the first time. This is the first time looking at it. So I am trying to work out. I'll do it with you in real time. What I see is, what does she do? Why is she putting a finger on the dog's nose? Is it to suggest that the dog is under her control? This reminds me, I'll show you what this reminds me. It's easier for me to just find it. Bear with me. Control. Oh, you can, okay. You can see, oh, hopefully there's nothing. No, I don't want tarot deck. Oh. Why does it do this now? It's working a little bit differently now. God, see, this is why I need to. Lady Fortuna Justice, the Hermit. I'm looking for. Yeah, this is the card. I know what I was. Damn. We want to go here. We want to go to. We want to go to. We want to go here. It's easier this way. We want to go to the Major Arcana card. So this is the Oculus Animate. It's this card. And I'll open it. So this, do you get that vibe? This this it's the card of it's the strength card in the tarot. And I did that. I'm sort of, I did that as her. In the well, the Oculus enemy is actually, is that her? Yeah, it is her in the Oculus enemy as well. So I just get the vibe. I mean, a little bit like why she's got her hand on the dog's nose. The other intriguing thing to me now, obviously, if there's anyone here from the United States, well, Silver is from the United States, is these photos are always kind of posted in retrospect. Like there's no, the timing's off because this looks like a sort of summary photo. Now I know it's Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is a little bit different in temperature to other parts of the United States. But the thing that's interesting is this, like this fruit tree has fruit on it. Now that's not, I don't know if I should, I don't know if I can say that. Like, but it is strange to me that there would be fruit on a tree in January in Santa Barbara, because most trees would flower. They'd be flowering after, around April, wouldn't they? Like April, May. Like most fruits start flowering, and let me have a look at the. I'm just trying to read your. Let me read your. Has anyone mentioned anything about this tree? Oh, there's just Jen. She loves to. Jen, is that? Does this photo to you look like this fruit tree? It's this photo is out of sync, really. Like it doesn't seem like a winter photo. Um, the other interesting thing is, well, it's the color of the dress, but that's just a jam scam kind of. I love looking at, it's just my thing, but like a grey dress, like um I think also, I love the little bit of shadows cast. What's this one? Oh, so these are just, I don't really pay much attention to the food ones because we will talk about this. This was very interesting. I did a little video during the week about that. I'm still like, so you've seen those. I've seen your comments. So her nose is out of joint and she didn't get an invite. Oh, Valentine's funeral. The black dog. Well, the black dog is also, I should do that too. So the other place that, and because a lot of these cards were actually inspired, by our journey together. But the other thing is this. The other thing is this is Hecate. Hecate, Diana, the goddesses, they're goddesses that have dogs with them. And so these goddesses have dogs to do with direction and, yeah, hang on. I should actually get because the Oculus Enemy cards are the ones that I use in the deck here. And go here. Now, why did I? Oh, it's this set here. Sorry, people. That's strange. That's let me see. Let's go back to the oracle because I think I'm trying to remember now which cards were used. Here we go, Hecate. See how Hecate has a black dog next to her? And it's very interesting that I'm just getting a little bit of a vibe of a little bit of Hecate, a little bit of the inner strength card. Um, and I just don't know whether these I don't know if they're messages. I don't know if someone looking at this would say, "Jam, you're crazy. They're not messages." I just, I just think that it's very difficult for me not to see something in this because I don't understand on a social media thing like if you're trying to be an influencer, like I understand this kind of photo. I get this. I understand that, and it's got some text. It's got the logo. It's a bit about branding. I understand that. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I kind of understand that that's this is a website. Sorry, a website of a brand. So, and I get photos like this. What I don't understand though is like I understand that all looks like branding. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I don't, she's obsessed with raspberries again. We get the raspberry, but it's okay. She's really pushing the raspberry spread. Um, Is there and see, this is where I sort of fall down a little bit because I don't know what's going on in the UK. Like I'm not sure, I'm not up to date with everything that's going on, but I suspect there is because like I'm just trying to see if there's a correlation between when she posts photos like this and then yeah. There's also something very strange, like I'll tell you now, like what's caught my attention in this photo is placements, not so much the focal point, it's the placements. And it's the three bits of mint laid out in a formation that has my attention because um, this is not a random placement. And see how so there's shadows. If you can, I'm getting a bit of a chill goosebump. Is we have a raspberry and two raspberries together. I suspect in in someone's sick little mind. Uh, it might be my mind. You're probably going to say, Jam, it's your sick mind. See how these raspberries are placed. I think it's very intentional that this is very intentional. Can I draw it? Uh, Let me change the color because otherwise you won't see it. I think this is very intentional. And especially this. Does anyone have any suggestions as to what that looks like? Think about raspberry and think about, yeah, there's something very strange about it's very strange to me. Like I don't know whether you guys see it. I think just a Jen's onto it. So the other thing too is see, like we've been talking about shadows, like lately she's been doing stuff with shadows. I want you to consider the way that the shadows are cast, and I would suggest that there's two little spotlights here. Can you see that? Now, this is really overworking the photo analysis, but I think there's something, those two little spotlights fall on a straw on these raspberries. And the other thing that made me realize that there's something very strange here. So, when we talk about, when I say the focal point is here, and which is fine, it's the parfait, whatever it is, yogurt with uh, and I suspect these are raspberries, like that looks like strawberry. It's just that, oh, they might be blueberries. There's something there and it looks hairy. Can you see this? I don't know if you can, we can't scroll, we can't zoom in. Maybe I'll make the whole screen. Can you see that? See how there's something hairy there? Like there's two bits of hair, or there's two bits of sticking out from what is this. I don't know what that fruit is. It's hidden behind towards the back. But the interesting thing that I would like to point out to you is if this is the focal point, see how everything is blurry. Everything is blurry except this piece of mint, which is in focus. Now, that's very difficult to, well, it's very difficult. I'll tell you why it's very difficult to do. The jam is out of focus. So the depth of field, the jam is out of focus because obviously the camera is focused here. So that's where the depth of field is. But notice that this piece of mint is actually really in focus, but the front, so the napkin, the front of the napkin is out of focus. Everything else is slightly blurry. Definitely the jam, which is behind the. Now, this is very interesting as I'm talking to you, because there is something else that I've noticed about depth of field. Like, let me just quickly show you I was just going to say, there's something very interesting about depth of field because this is not the only place that this has happened. And I'll show you now because it just occurred to me where I've seen this interesting depth of field, and it's here oh my God, I just got such a goosebump when I saw that shadow moving in reverse. People, that is the creepiest thing. And I just don't understand. I don't understand how this works for marketing because I can't read the label. So if this is a marketing video to sell wine, it's very strange that you wouldn't make the label readable. So now I'm just watching. Sorry, I'm not talking because I'm just watching. I really that person walking in reverse is like, oh, I don't get winter wind down. Yeah, it's there like a winter wind down. I just don't understand. The other thing too, let's talk about perspective, like depth of field. Now you can tell me if you think I'm right, or if I'm on the right track. So the sun is coming from behind, casting, obviously from this window. So we have this window that creates a cross, right? We have a bottle of wine and a glass of wine. Now these two objects are in front of the wall. The wine bottle is in focus, so I'm suggesting the wine bottle is in front of the glass. That's how it looks like to me. The wine bottle, because it's focused, the wine bottle is slightly more in front. The glass is sitting slightly behind, but just, at the edge. Now let's have a look at the shadow that it casts, and this is where shadow and skiamancy works, is about the cast shadows and about the intentions. Um, the intention is to go back in time, is to walk backwards. That's a very obvious skiamancy message to me, is we're meant, there's offerings. Is there a celebration? Is there an offering of some kind? But we're meant to walk in reverse, backwards. But look at this. This is where so the wine bottle is here. There's also a distortion that when I'm asking your intuition. I can't do it here myself. Can I? Can I do a cast shadow? No, because the light. Okay, I'm trying to do my hand. I have a feeling that when you cast a shadow, is the shadow larger than the object? Slightly large. When you play on a wall, when you do animals. Oh, there we go. So my shadow is slightly larger than my hand because the cast shadow to the table. So that means I'm just wondering why then this shadow is shorter. This is a tall bottle, a tall glass, but the shadows it casts well, it's just interesting. I'm not exactly sure why. Also, in relation to the wall, from the objects and distances, we see the bottle, we see the glass, and we see its shadow. This wall is obviously close to the objects. The thing that's interesting, though, is see here, we see the shadow. The shadow is quite dark, which means the object would be very close to the wall, but we can't see the hand or the glass or the bottle of wine. So how is that shadow being cast? So I'm not a shadow scientist. I'm not a lighting director. I'm not a lighting director. Wow. I'm not a lighting director. What did Happink say? Sorry, I need to just quickly, that sounds interesting. Someone said, Happink. What did Happink say? The shadow is passing backwards in front of the cross, and this some sort of antichrist spell. I don't know. I would suggest, and obviously you guys have your ideas, and that's great. I'm not sure if I'd go that far. I think this has to do with, often these spells, they're about in skiamancy, part of it can be, not always, can be, it's connected to spirit, like spirit world as well. I'm not sure what's going on here in particular. I'll show you actually something. I think you need to see this because, okay, I want you to focus. I need you to watch it in loop. See here, see this hand? It's holding that glass in a very, very peculiar way. See how this hand, now notice the difference. If you look here, see how this hand, oh, I can stop it, can't I? Damn, silly. See here, I will stop. So see how this hand is holding this hand is holding the glass. And isn't it strange? there's something to do with these photos. You can't stop. You can't play them. You can't manipulate them in the sense that you can't replay them and stuff. I'm not sure if that's a Instagram thing or if it's just on this particular web page. But anyway, I just want to try. If I'm very careful, I'll just see how her hand. Noticed her knuckles and her hand. So it looks like her hand is holding the glass like that. Oh, this is the bell. I don't want it to ring. She's kind of holding the glass like that. I'm just practicing because I'm trying to work out how that hand, because you can't see the thumb. So when I go to hold something, I go like that. If I go to hold a glass, I go like that. I hold it with my prehensile thumb. There's no thumb there. So she's holding a wine glass. Sorry, it's going to make noise. She's holding the wine. Oh, she's holding it like that. So you don't, okay, Jam, you don't see the thumb like that, do you? But there she's holding it like that. Like that glass is like that. Oh, I'm getting all confused. So my knuckles on this side, see this? So all I really wanted to say that this hand and this hand are different. She's holding it in a different way. So let's go back. And it's actually this. See this here? If you only look at half of the screen, see this shape that's created on the wine glass? Is this it's like a shadow in reverse. It's like it's the negative space. And when I looked at that, I got this kind of vibe. So this is a photo of her. I found this photo and I went, well, it sort of popped up. I can't remember where it was. And I went, oh, that's very interesting. Like, it's this profile. And I thought, where does this shape, what does that look like? And so then I sort of turned it around and tried to create the negative. So if you think of it in terms of, her fingers. And so I just thought, this is what I did. So this is the shadow. Because what she does is she lowers her hand. I'll just make that bigger for you. She lowers her hand so that her hand is level with the base of the shadow. And then you get this. And I thought, is she trying to create a face? And think about when you were a child. Think about when you're a child playing with shadows, casting shadows with your hands, making animals and all that. I think I'm not saying that this is the person she was trying to do. What I was trying to suggest to you is that it's possibly a face, a nose and lips. That was my idea. But so I don't know what this is. But I find it very strange that she would do this on her website. Let's turn it back on. See, I think you just need to look at this a little bit. Like you just need to look and just relax. And, you are all, gorgeously intuitive women yourselves. And I think sometimes if we allow ourselves to just sit back and as I talk, I'm just going to leave it running on a loop because I think as it runs on the loop, your eyes start to adjust to what's happening and you start to feel the message. Of course, Happy has to go down. Ah, dear. Actually, what I do need to say to you all is that, and I'm very guilty of this. I we need to be a little bit more open in our approach, because we have biases, but that we want to find. We're searching and we want to find something, and that's why sometimes I say to myself, am I looking at this too hard? I'm going to say that as my own critic. Am I looking too much? Part of that answer is yes, I am. I am looking way too hard, but I'm looking way too hard because I'm hoping that some of the women that follow and are here will start to maybe unlock some of their own intuition. And when they do, I want it to be coming from a place of where there's no bias. I want it to come from, because I think it's very easy to jump and to go down a track that and it's that's fine. It makes me put a handbrake on me, because then I think, have I fed you something that? But then I understand it's actually the way that you see things and what you want to see that you will see in the photo. It's not. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that I want to be open to other. I want to try and open my mind to other things, but I understand, because Happink and we chat quite a lot, and I understand where she's coming from when she says fetus. I think there is an element to these shadows that does actually have the feeling of a, what do you call it? When you have a scan, a the baby scan. I can't remember what it's called. An ultrasound. There are elements, and I actually do. I do see that there. I I haven't seen. I haven't seen that particular object in this shadow. I didn't. I didn't personally feel that these shadows were going down that track. Now that someone's mentioned a couple of names, like of women, I do see that there is a possibility that the shadow could be a woman's face. And so that leads me, if I entertain that and I go, yeah, it's an ultrasound. Thank you, darlings. Um, the interesting thing is, like, the first question we need to answer in terms of branding, in terms of selling wine, does this image make you want to go out and buy wine? Because that's what advertising and influencing is all about. Is about selling a product. With all your intuitive waters, my friends, my jamsters, does this image convey? Do you feel like going out and buying a bottle of rosé? That's the determining factor as to whether this image is successful or not. So I personally don't feel the urge to drink a glass of wine because of this image. I feel that the wine could be intoxicated. Well, I don't get it. I think Silver's. Oh no, Nadia said, like because it's distorting. I get, wine has that association with alcoholism and being out of control, out of your senses. I also just received a message. I've just received a thing. I was just about to say sensory input. I have a card in the Oculus Anime about sensory input, about, you've seen it, the hand with all the five senses. Alcohol is a beautiful celebration, but too much alcohol can be detrimental to your senses. And So what I feel to do with these shadows and alcohol is a sort of distortion to my sensory input, because now I'm asking questions. So I'm a little bit confused as to why, and it's that shadow walking in backwards. It's also not seeing the hand and the wine. It's pure shadow, that celebration, and she's lifting the wine to drink it. That's a celebration. The first celebration is an offering, is a pouring of the wine and the face. And the middle one is the person walking backwards. So it's like when we talk about the power of three. Why did there need to be three images? Because there's a message in each image, and it needs to be seen as one. So that's why the screen is divided into three. So what are you working? What's cooking? There are three crosses. Three is the top. The top one doesn't look like a cross, though, does it? I thought I could see three crosses, but it's a little bit of that Mandela effect. I thought there was three crosses. There's only two. So that is two. So this message is quite different from the other messages. Do you understand what I'm saying? But all three messages, it's like when I do three cards, I get a sentence. You know, when I do readings, I pull three cards and I do a little sentence based on the three cards. This is a very I just have that's a very strange thing to do. Did someone I'm trying to feel, I think, let me. The first is opening the spell, the second to pray, and the third to bind. Yeah, well, Nadia, I think, Nadia could be onto something there. I buy wine for presents. I don't drink it. I certainly would not gift her wine. Yes, I agree with you, Michelle. It's a creep. Well, apart from the fact that the way the what's it called? The name is written, the whole logo thing, the claw writing. It just doesn't seem like it doesn't have a nice energy. Very good point, Silver. In the middle image square, the cross reminds me of the flag of England. You know what? Yes, it does. It does actually have. It does, Silver. It does look like the flag of England. As you're saying that, I'm just going to use an Aurea Concilia card, because I just want to ask the cards about this photo. I'm really stuck on this photo this morning, and I'm loving all your input, because I'm starting to see now. I'm getting a very, very good thing, and someone just mentioned William. Nadia, the second square, I see a man in the second square. You see a man. Do you? Let me see. Where do you see a man? Nadia, do you just want to tell me where you see the man? Like, is it Where should I look? Is it in the bottle, like the shadow of the bottle? Um, oh, the back. Oh, okay. You think the man is? It's the man. I can s- I can see definitely that the shadow walking backwards is. I got a feeling it's her because of the way her arms are placed. If you look at her arms, like they look like Markle claws, like the arms. But okay, but you see a man, that's fine. I mean, that's great because now that you've mentioned it, like I do think that maybe this is a sovereignty, a card of sovereignty. This is very layered. Like it's about being your own, um, embodying your own sovereign. But the card is actually called. Whoops, the card is called sovereignty. So what do we got here? So the energy, it actually could be, the actual energy could be, I think you're right, silver. It could it be the flag of England? Could it have to do with the sovereign? Can, did someone earlier say that that was? Did they say that the shadow looked like Catherine? Someone, someone did it. Does and I'm looking at. Is it the future? Are we looking? Is this message to the future queen? It's is it to intimidate? Is it to walk back in time to something? Okay, good. We need to go with the flow. We need to go with the flow. We need to go with this flow because girls, we're flowing. Yes, it's feminine. I, mm, you, my ladies are doing a lot of work today. I love it. I love it. Can this message, I think this message was Catherine. Because actually, let me just quickly put that up again. Because then I think, let me go this way. Is this message Catherine as well? Mint. Why would you focus? Why would you just have one piece of mint in focus? Yes, she's emphasizing the raspberry, but see how the raspberry silver are out of focus. I mean, they're on the table. They're meant to be looked at. We're also meant to look at this very closely. These two. Um, someone did mention blackberries. I think yeah. I I'm very intrigued by I'm so intrigued by this piece of mint that I need to let me ask. Um, let's have a just quick look. In witchcraft, mint is a versatile herb used for healing, protection. Seen my card. Let's open, let's open the, wow, I didn't expect to go down this track today, but let's just quickly, I want to go to the because yesterday I posted this. The heart chakra, the green, healing. Forgiveness and emotional healing. Is she still obsessed about that she made me cry business? Is that why this mint is this why this herb? So let's not look at it at mint anymore. This is a piece of green, this is a green herb um, in focus. As ever. Oh, as ever. This is a step backward. Shapey. Just a chair. Is she obsessed? Nah, not obsessed at all. This girl is so relaxed and cool. Like she's just really like she needs to go with the flow big time. Um yeah. And isn't it interesting? Now, I need to do some real catch-ups on my Disney stories. But the princess that fell asleep, as ever, the princess that fell asleep, the bookmark. So the story's not over. That's what I'm going to read from these. The story's not over, people. There's a bed. So someone's going to fall. I fell asleep. Well, someone's falling asleep. And the tea is going to be told. We're going to go, we're going to go back. We're going to walk backwards to an offering, a party. Is that sounds like shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Listen to me. Who is in control here, bitch? Mm. Who needs to be healed? Who needs to be? Who's got issues with healing? The story's not over. The story's not over. We're going to put a bookmark in it and pick up where we left off. I also want to mention the tea. The tea. I also need to mention that the tea, go backwards. The tea messages from the underworld. The pomegranate is the symbol of the underworld. The pomegranate is associated with the goddess Persephone. Persephone was kidnapped and taken to the underworld, and she lived in the underworld with Hades for 6 months of the year. So in spring, she comes out and lives in the realm of, wow. Isn't, as I'm telling you, I am seeing these images, like there's a real communication here of communicating. I communicate. Like, forget about what it's like the tea. So the truth, I have a message of truth, a message that I'll write in my shitty writing, in my claw writing, and I'm not going to waffle. I'm going to write. I'm writing everything down. I'm writing everything down. Good morning. I'm not going to waffle. I have a message. I have a message. Now, the pomegranate. This is very, for me, like pomegranate. I love a pomegranate. I do. And I've always, no, I don't want you, don't think that pomegranates are evil. I'm just worried that whenever I say stuff like this, you probably think, oh my God, that's evil. It's from the devil. It's from the underworld. Yes, the pomegranate is symbolic of the underworld, but it's also, it's just that it's connected to Persephone, and Persephone was the goddess that lived in the underworld, but she also lived on Earth. Like it was 6 months here and there. So is this a display? She's kind of, when I see pomegranate, I'm feeling displaced. I'm feeling there's a message of, well, one, that she's in communication with someone that's not on Earth, but that is coming back. And they normally come back at the equinox. And you would have seen you've seen the oracle, the white oracle card, which is about purification and communication and divine connection. So, of course, we have white candles. I have a white candle, but it's run out. I've got to buy. If anyone wants to, no, I'm joking. I need a white candle. Green, healing, vine. Vine is in my and roses. The archway it's actually the archway that's the focal point of this photo. Um, and then we have these little, just yesterday, I think, no, was it yesterday or the day before that I posted the orange? Now that I've done the color oracles, it's very interesting to me to see these photos again. Oh, look who was popping up under Go With The Flow. Let me see. So when we see orange, just a quick little note about orange. When we see orange, it's basically like the color gold and the connections to the sun, and whereas gold is actually the creator, like the creator energy. Orange is the result of it, like, like these orange fruits. So they encapsulate the energy of the creator, of the sun. So there's the gold card, but see how gold has that kind of orangey tone. So they're very similar in color. And orange, if I go, there's the white, the white candle, purification. I was going to talk to you last night. Now I must have thought about this in my sleep, not in my sleep, before I went to bed. I wanted to talk to you about pink. I just got a goosebump about pink. I want to talk to you about pink, and I want to ask you a question. Here's orange. There's the orange card. Very similar to. Let me just close the door. Okay, very similar to gold, and I've put the apricots there and all that. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about is Silver mentioned to me, because Silver picked up that in my orange card, I have this tiger lily. And, pink. That's maybe why I thought pink. pink and orange together. Let me show you. Now that is actually in. Let's quickly go here. Orange and pink. Because when I've got a pink rose here on the card. Oh, here we go. Orange and pink. So a silver moon made this connection, and I just wanted to share it with you. When I think pink, I think of the pink rose, and now that I've seen pink roses on here, I think we've spoken about pink earlier in Jam Scam, last year. Or even before, I think when I started in 2024 in October, when I said to you that devotions to the Virgin Mary in Santeria are all pink. The reason they are pink is because of this card, because pink is connected to the heart chakra, it's inner peace, and it's love and innocence and compassion. So anything, and then I said to you that in Santeria, they place cakes and sweets and rose and all these, beautifully pink foods at the base of the statue as an offering to the Virgin Mary. But the Virgin Mary in Santeria is actually, in the Nigerian tradition, is actually Yamaya, the goddess, the goddess of the ocean. So, but the same applies, that this pink energy is a devotional thing. It's an offering to the Virgin Mary, or to Yamaya, the Great Mother. We've talked about oranges. We've talked about the sun, gold. Now, I want you to consider this, because it was actually silver that said, "Oh, the tiger lily." And in my description, I say to you that the hibiscus, the marigold, they open to the sun to receive the sun's energy. Tiger lily, the orange lily. And I want you now to look at this photo. We have orange and pink in the same photo. In the light of the sun, her hair, I've always called her strawberry blonde. Now, obviously, the levels of this photo have been manipulated to make her hair look very, what color, people? And what color is the rose? And I don't know if there's another. I'm just going to wait and see. I'm going to say this, and I want you to think very carefully. I want to see if you've been doing your color homework. When we see Shapey in the garden picking vegetables, etc., what color does she wear? Yeah. So let's have a look if we can see it. Oh, you can't. Oh, it must be on it must be on as ever. When so around her there's always this God blend unbleached look, right? There's white in the garden. Oh, here it is. Yes, they're here. In the garden, there's a hell of a lot of photos where she's wearing white and very neutral colors, white and creams. Here we go. In her garden, she's always, and cooking, she's always wearing these whites, right? Now, I just want to ask you a question. This is actually a staple uniform for her. So can I just ask you the question then, out of all the other garden photos, what color is she wearing in this photo? in the sun, in the garden. I just find that strange that she's wearing black. It's let me see if I can. Did I find black? So black is the color of potential and rebirth. Like it's the color before creation. It's the color of um, great potential, and it's a color of protection. But it's also a color that black absorbs every color in the spectrum. It absorbs the sun's energy. It absorbs it really effectively. So um just there we go. There's black. That's the black card. Obsidian, the raven, the ash. But it's about space. It's about the place where creation takes place. So I'm just interested. I do look at these photos now. I'm very interested in the energies of these photos and what's being communicated. Um, yeah, and I do find it really fascinating that this orange and pink connection, because orange and open to the sun, we know that ah people. Oh wow! It just occurred to me. So tiger lily and a pink rose. We have the two. We have the orange hair and the pink. We know that these are devotion. This is Our Lady. So we can make a connection between orange and pink energy to do with the daughter. Now, this is what I was. So this is what I was going to talk to you about today. That possibly there is a connection between the sun, the son of the sun, Archie, the sun's energy, and a pink moon. Because Archie, I should have, let me just, I'll explain it to you. Archie, Mountbatten. Let me, sorry, you have to put up with my slow internet. Come on. Okay, so Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor was born on May the 6th, 2019. Now, we know that in the interview, why is my internet so slow? I hope it doesn't go out, but anyway, bear with me, people. Stop, 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 stop. Can't play that. Anyway, did you hear that? What she just said, it's magic. Sorry. Hopefully it wasn't more than 30 seconds. That's what I should have done. Yeah. Archie was born on May the 6th. This is what I should have done. I should have clicked on the images rather than because is there a photo of him? This is the photo here. And this is the controversial, there's a lot of speculation as to if it's real, if it's a baby or not. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road for now. What I wanted to say was it's either in this interview or the one at the stables where Harry is being interviewed and it looks like stables behind him, and he's on his own and he slips up and accidentally says that 2 weeks have passed very quickly. And now I don't know why I didn't do this before. Now, if you go if you look at the 6th of, let me just quickly, if you work 2 weeks backwards from the 6th of May, roughly, you end up around the 20th of April. In fact, and what was interesting to me, that on the 19th of April, we experienced a pink moon. I should have the gold card too. Let me get the gold card out because we need the gold card. The gold. The sun. Archie, the sun. Born, possibly, if we're to read that Freudian slip correctly, Archie, the energy of the sun, born on the pink, around the pink moon. I had it out before I showed you. Oh dear. So don't you think that's kind of the correlation now between both children being having connect? Well, not having. There it is. That's the card. The energy of creation. Arche. I put it there. Arche. Arche, born around pink moon energy. And we have a tiger lily that is an offering to the Virgin Mary, a thanksgiving to the Virgin Mary. Well, sorry, I say Virgin Mary. It's what automatically comes to mind. It's the great mother spirit. It's Yamaya. It's very important to also note that what we're talking about here, see how easy it is. There's many different layers to all of these, whether it's the Virgin Mary, whether it's Yamaya, the Great Mother. Yeah. But orange and pink, they're very interesting. Now, the reason I wanted to also talk about this, let's see, let's just put up the pink moon. Now, so we can, it's just interesting. I'm not saying it happened. It's just if it did, it's actually interesting that there was a pink moon on April the 19th. And the other thing that I need to tell you, or the other thing that I need to remind you of, is that the Jam Scam videos, is that the coronation, King Charles' coronation, was chosen, the date was chosen. And remember, in 2023 that it happened? The pink moon was actually on Archie's birthday, because that was the date of the coronation. The coronation took place that day of the pink moon had happened during the night, and then the coronation. So now we've talked about the different the reasoning behind, like, it's a very special moon in the sense that it represents the blossoms. I think it's the pink phlox flowers. But I was reading this by David Freeman, and he's talking about the nickname, the pink moon. But he also, let me just try and find it now. He also referred to it, there's a different name. He said, April's full moon, the pink moon. The pink moon is just a nickname from folklore. Who loves folklore, people? A reference to moss pink, wild ground phlox Pinkish flowers are amongst the spring's earliest flowers in the eastern United States. April's full moon is also called the sprouting grass moon, which is when, so think about green energy, the green oracle, the energies of green, renewal. Um, but it's also called an egg moon and the fish moon. But the egg moon, I'm going to have to find out a little bit about the egg moon. But we know that someone was obsessed with eggs. There was a bit of controversy around when organising a wedding. A certain person got very heated under the collar because she suspected that one of the cooks had used egg in one of the dishes, and they were not, because she needs to control the egg. She needs to look at the eggs. We have seen her in videos cracking eggs, but apparently, yeah, from that article, she's very particular about eggs, and I'm not surprised because eggs can be used in divination. And the egg moon, April's egg moon, some refer it as the egg moon, symbolizes new life, fertility, aligning with spring and Easter. Now, it's this moon, and I'm not, like, I have to look into it, but there is a connection to Saturn and Saturn's moon, Methone, because but I'm just trying to work out this thing to do with eggs. What I wanted to talk to you though too about egg led me on to the coat of arms, the white bird. Remember the oracle white, and the fact that she wanted to be symbolized as a white bird, birds being messengers of God. Now think of messengers from heaven. Pomegranate messages of white birds. And what do white birds also, remember when we go back now, this is very interesting that she wanted to be known as the white bird, because pink moon, full moon, where did I put it? I think I just wanted to say that, white birds lay eggs. I don't know, anyway, that's just a bit crazy on my... The other thing I talk to you about before we, while we've got some time, is I wanted to talk to you about I had thought, let me just go through the pictures. Isn't this creepy? This hat, when I saw this photo, it reminded me of Wicked. That hat, it just looked like Cynthia Erivo, whatever her name is, like that hat just looks like a pointy witch's hat. I don't know why, but anyway, that's what I thought when I saw that photo. That we've looked at. Oh, remember we talked about the woman at the church that was pregnant and the mystery woman, and she was standing right by the church. Well, I found some other videos, and I saw another video, and there were different angles of this woman. Now, I thought, my thinking was, because it was blurry, I was thinking, was that Ashley? And I was trying to look at Ashley's, because originally I was looking at this photo here, and I was thinking, her hair, could that be Ashley? And that's why I just wanted to I just wanted to go through because looking at Ashley now, I don't that woman is not Ashley Hale, Samantha's daughter. Um, so, and then now I just wanted to just be upfront. Now that you look at it from now that there's these other angles and much more closely, um, this is not Ashley. Um, let me just to make sure. Let me just. Which one should I choose? I'll just do a. Can I do a quick? Just for the. Let's go. I'll just grab her face. And we'll do this here. Whoops. I'll have to do it like this. What do you think? The nose is different. The eyes, I'm not sure if the eyes are dark, but like, do you? I just don't know if I don't. I'm not convinced that that's Ashley. This woman has a slightly. I I kind of get a feeling, not Middle Eastern. Like, does she have a kind of? There's a ethnic. There's a slight ethnic feel. Um, I'll just leave it like that because I think it's up to you, like for you to make it. For me, I feel like the skin tone and the nose, the eyebrows, the just don't marry up. They don't. Also, the chin. I don't know. Just doesn't. Yeah. But I just wanted to cover that because I think. One of the options was that this could have been Ashley. Certainly, I mean, like the hair and yeah, but I just don't know. So still, yeah, I'm keeping a note. I'm keeping an eye on Celt to see if Celt discovers who the woman is. But that's what I wanted to say to you today. Before we go, does anyone want? Does any? Shall we pull a card? Shall we sum up? Maybe we should do a little summary. Let's do a little summary. Which photo should we choose? Maybe we just go back to the overall palette of the collection. Actually, we'll go to the ones that we looked at today, the new ones as ever. We'll do another one of these. Yes, it was Celt. It was Celt and Celt's got like a couple of videos, very interesting. She's done a couple of videos, like looking at. That's where I got that close up. I took it was one of Celt's. I'd only seen one, but there's a couple. There's part 3 as well. Celt views. So very interesting. Take a look at those. So cards. I just want some, how I was just wanting to sort of ask about how I had interpreted or how I had read that first line of images. And I just want some clarification, well, not clarification, just an indication as to the energy, like particularly my energy, my reading of it. Can I ask that? I'm not going to, I don't know the true intentions of those photos. But I'm just gonna put that there. That fell out, but I'll just do it one more time and I'll just keep that there as a reference, like as a a backup. We will look at that. Oh, that fell out. Adaptability. Oh, look at the cards underneath. Alchemy. Oh, that's very interesting. The deck was split. Silver and gold. Alchemy. Mother, mother creator, father creator. Oh, people. The top line, remember thus Silver Moon suggested the flag of England. We've been talking about raspberries and the shadows and Catherine, and I said, shut up, bitch, because of the dog. Alchemy. We're talking about alchemy. So, alchemy, the silver and the sun, the silver and the gold, the moon and the sun. But in the alchemical marriage, who are these people? The moon is the queen and the sun is the king. Fortuna's wheel. Something is changing. There's change afoot. And I suspect the change there's going to be some hot water. There's going to be some trouble. There's going to be some very interesting, the water's heating up. Things are changing. Luck, a question of luck. That's the energy. I do think that today's those images that we're reading are related to the future queen and the future king. There are changes coming we're going to hear about fairly soon, and it's going to create some trouble. It's going to create some trouble. And just quickly, I don't know, Hapink. I don't know. I know I'm not going to get dragged into. I know I'm just going to have to keep. I just have to keep. I have to be very careful not to get sucked into a vortex. But yes, I will need to have a read. I need to learn about it. I don't know. So maybe other people have an idea as to why he's going to Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure. But let me just. Oh, there is another. There is something else I wanted to. Oh, there is something else, but it's a little bit. I don't know how to show you it because it's on. It's not Instagram. What's the other one? It's on. Is it Instagram? I did notice someone's posted. There's a reel, and it's to do with. Let me just get this out the way first. The lovers. Yeah, these what we talked about today it's about the couples. Actually, it's the future king and queen. It's the other two. I do think it's to do with them going back to the UK, but there's going to be some change. And I personally, this is a personal jam thought, is if we go, if we quickly just go back, to the orange, to the photo of the orange-haired child. is if they do go back to the UK, if that's the talk, if it's all happening, can you imagine, is she going to go back to the UK? Because if she goes back to the UK and let's say it's Easter and they go off to church and they're all viewed, there's no way that you can hide this child now. This child will be on full display. So it's very interesting. I think maybe for what is Fortuna trying to tell us? Her wheel is about to turn. Her wheel is in motion. Changes are afoot. Is there going to be a change of plans? Because I think the water is going to get very, very hot around these children, and about once they're in the UK, once they're in the royal family, they will. There's no hiding their faces anymore. So let me. So I wanted to show you it. I can't show you it because it's a video, but I probably will have to do a video about it because I need time to explain. Is that in Davos yesterday, Trump's is it not nephew, his son-in-law, and I can't, like, his name doesn't come. Just I've lost the name. Krishna? No, not Kurt. Anyway, they released plans, like, so the WEF have plans. They did a presentation about for the new plans of Gaza. Now, I had personally thought that Kushner. Thank you, Justa Jen. I had thought, and I'd kept in my mind, that a lot of that stuff that people were talking about with the whole Gaza, the rebuilding of Gaza and making it some sort of like new city and all that, I thought that was just BS. I just thought that was just. I now, if that's true, that they're going to rebuild, they've flattened it so they can rebuild it, then I think we might need to do a serious, we may need to actually focus some energy on looking at that, because if that's the case, then I think Gaza, Los Angeles, Hawaii, these are things that are happening and are sort of like wipe out, the population, the buildings, and all, to rebuild. So there's something afoot. There's some energy. There's something that I feel is very. Isn't it strange? I really thought that wasn't true. And so now I'm a little bit devastated that I was so shocked that is actually, they actually presented plans. They actually presented plans at Davos, at the World Economic Forum. Now, the thing that caught my attention, and I think this is why I have to do a video, because I have to find my old videos. Remember when we talked about the one world religion? And remember I said to you that this architect in the UK, he was knighted, he got a knighthood from Charlie, that and they've created, in Abu Dhabi, they created the Abrahamic Institute. The Abrahamic Institute is it's a worship center that is, it's Catholic or Christian. I shouldn't say Catholic, it's Christian, it's Muslim, and it's also Jewish. And so it's this formulation of the one world religion. So keep your eye on that. Because in these plans, I'll have to find them, not just from the video that I saw. I'll need to actually have a look, because I noticed them using the term for this new Gaza It's this, they called it the Abrahamic corridor, the corridor between Egypt and Babylon, or to this this Abrahamic. So I want you, we mentioned it, I mentioned it, we sort of workshopped it in a jam scam video, this term Abrahamic. And because those three religions derive from Abraham, or, they all have a connection to Abraham, keep an eye out. Keep your get your tuning forks, get your waters purified. You need to start paying very, very close attention to the World Economic Forum, to Davos, to these plans for the new Gaza and the rebuilding, and think about who is involved, the people involved in this. On one hand, you have people selling a one world religion. On the other hand, you have this new center for manufacturing. Oh, what is that area called? Look it up. Oh, who is the person that's going to be manufacturing things there? Look it up. This new world vision. So I think there's something not quite right. It's not quite right. But I thought we'll just introduce it. But yes, I will have to do a video about it. Need to think about it a little bit more. People, I'm going to leave it there. We've had another session. Oh, here's the sun. Here's the gold card, Arche in the sun. Our sun, our sun. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing the sun. All right, I'm going to leave it there with the sun, because this is so layered, and let's keep an eye out on this changes that are coming. Changes are the lovers. That's right. I asked about that. It was the lovers. I know, Julie. It's such a rabbit hole, I know. And it's so... it's so weird that that's happened. Is it weird? It's like I feel like I'm watching some sort of really weird movie, and that I'm thinking, no, Jam, it's all right. There's going to be... something's going to happen in this movie. It's just twist. The change has to do with a decision, a new a decision, changing thoughts. So an impulsive. So at the very last minute, this is an impulsive decision. At the very last minute, there's going to be a change, an impulsive decision being made. It's going to feel like everything's going right, everything's going to go ahead, but at the very last minute, it's not going to happen. So that's coming soon. Coming soon to a what near you? I don't know. It's time. I need to go. People, I need to go have a coffee. I need to go have a lie down on the sofa and just unwind. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed today. And stay tuned during the week. I've got a few more color oracles to post. So they'll probably be done this weekend. So I hope you have a great, great weekend, and we will talk very soon. Bye, my darlings. Bye. Have a great weekend.